How's it going, everybody? Twigger here with another high ELO commentary. This time I'm going to be following Kenikth. A lot of you guys may know this name. He used to be the AP player for Ordinance Gaming, and he before that played for Absolute Legends and Jpak and Friends. So an incredibly high ELO match here. This is a ranked game. He's going to be playing on Jayce. Now, I'm not exactly sure where he plans on playing because it looks like we have an Ezreal up top here, and I don't know if maybe they did that top lane swap. But as we can see, I joined this game at the perfect time, it looks like, because it looks like some action is just about to start going on here. Luckily, this was a game on my my featured high ELO stream that I got into at 2 minutes in, so I was actually here quite early and before probably a lot of the action would happen. So any of you guys who are complaining about me missing the first blood or anything like that because of invades or first fights, it looks like this is going to be a first fight right here. So hopefully I catch some action here. If there's no action at this, then I give up. There's nothing I can do. I cannot catch first fights. I cannot catch first bloods. Apparently I'm just god-awful at actually seeing them. So our main focus is going to be here on Kenikth because he's kind of the player that we're looking at, but all these guys are way up there in ELO, so let's see how they play, and hopefully it should be a good game here. So we do have Lee Sin coming in. Blitzcrank does have his grab, and Lee Sin just doing so much damage to this Janna, and the Ignite is going to kill her. So nice first blood, but Lee Sin does go down to this Diana. Lucky thing is that Lee Sin is not the jungle, so he's not going to be overly set back here. Diana did get a kill, and as a lot of you probably already know, Diana with a couple kills on her, she becomes so strong. Blitzcrank not really... oh wow, he reset the buff! Oh my god, this Blitzcrank! I was actually going to say he didn't really do a hell of a lot there, he just kind of helped her do some damage, but I didn't actually realize that he reset the blue buff, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So as we can see, Kenikth is actually doing Jayce mid. He is a mid player. He is known for his mid gameplay. So, and look at this, the damage already being done, but he's going to take too many tower hits. Dear God, that dive just not working out in his favor whatsoever. I guess he thought that he was a little bit stronger than he actually was. Gangplank went for that orange second. I don't know if he ate that during the engage, but certainly afterwards to cleanse that Ignite. Well, it didn't cleanse it off, but it did kind of counteract a couple ticks. See, I think it healed for like, what, 78 or something like that? Remove Scurry, 85, so that's certainly taken a couple ticks off of that Ignite, so that really helped Gangplank survive there. Good on him, just kind of knowing what damage he could take. And Kenikth just kind of... overestimating how much damage he can do, and is he going to do it again? Is he going to do it again? So taking 2 tower hits, so like he had a big advantage on Gangplank being so low. He could have just stayed in lane and kind of harassed him and kept him around. But it looks like Gangplank might come back in here to kind of bait out a gank from this Diana, who is double buffed. And there's the flash from Diana, gets knocked back by Kenikth, but ends up getting slain by him, that Gangplank, and now Diana's on the run. So good on him, kind of just turning around and immediately taking down that Gangplank. I can't believe how much damage Jayce can do, holy freaking crap. But once again, taking so many turret hits, and not a single fuck is given by Kenikth, just having a field day taking tower hits. Kind of an interesting combo up here. We're seeing Ezreal up against a Vladimir up top. And down low, we have a Lee Sin and Blitzcrank going up against a Corki Janna. So, kind of changing the meta a little bit here, where, because I really don't think that Ezreal is going to be going AP Ezreal. And I really don't think that Jayce is going AP Jayce. But, so they're going to be lacking some ability power here. I have seen Rengar go ability power. Is he building Philosopher's Stone? Well, you know, I should probably just shut up, because every single thing I've said currently is completely against what the normal meta is. This is all baffling to me, so I don't know what anybody's going to build, or I have zero clue. But as we can see, it's going to be an interesting game for the meta. Some things have been changed around here. Give everybody a quick little overview of the farm. Just looking at the mid lane here between Jayce and Gangplank, kind of a strange mid lane to have. Gangplank sitting at 23 to Jayce's 29, so Jayce doing work. And look at the damage that he does onto that Gangplank. I personally hate going up against a Jayce. I think he's such a versatile champion with such an amazing amount of burst. It's very hard to compete with that, especially with somebody like a Gangplank. I would think if he's going to be mid lane, you'd have to go with somebody who can outburst Jayce. We do have a gank coming in here by Diana, and no, that doesn't end up happening. So you know what, I'm going to rewind this just that way we can see this kill on Corki. I thought something was going to happen here, but Corki obviously tries to Valkyrie away and just gets pulled and taken in by Lee Sin. So really that Valkyrie is kind of useless with a Blitzcrank and a Lee Sin. If Lee Sin lands that Q, he's going to get right to you, and if Blitzcrank lands that grab, both of them are going to be right at you. So kind of tough for Corki here. Diana coming in to try to steal something from this Rengar, but Rengar does get the slow on her, and her flash is down right now, so they could probably do some damage here. There's the leap from Rengar. There's so much damage going out onto her, but now Gangplank has put himself in a precarious situation here, but Jan is coming down to support, so they are both going to get away A-okay. But a lot of damage being done. Rengar being such a bursty champion, and if you run through the brush, you can damn well be sure that Rengar is going to be right behind you, jumping in on you, so not really smart to allow Rengar to come into a bush. So Jayce once again just poking on that Gangplank. So as I was saying, the main thing that I find counters Jayce is somebody that can do more damage in a burst combo. And can hold them away. Like I find doing something like Rise, I find really works against a Jayce, because Jayce has to get in range to land that full combo. And if he can't get in range for that entire combo, then he's not going to do a whole ton of damage to you. He can poke you a lot, but he's not going to do that huge burst damage. So I find, oh, there's a big pull on Janna. I just saw that in my minimap. Lee Sin did miss his Q. And Blitzcrank's starting to take a lot of damage here. And this is one of the things where having a ranged AD carry is going to start coming into effect. See, Lee Sin does get in, and they are going to take out this Corki, I think. No, that Janna shield. Oh, that pro Janna. That pro Janna play. Saving that Corki. Diana coming in at the exact right time, exactly when you needed her. Corki baiting that out to have both Blitzcrank and Lee Sin standing there. Great play overall. Can't believe that Corki ended up surviving that. So here comes Jayce, and there we go. He finally got Gangplank. Taking a lot of turret hits, though. But he is going to walk out of there safe and sound. So that's the burst of Jayce. Just absolutely taking him down, putting that Ignite down on him, and guaranteeing that kill. He didn't even have to burn his flash. So even Jayce's mobility is incredible. So I just find he does so much burst damage. He has so much mobility. He's pretty damn tanky. He has his range. Oh, and here is going to be the Diana, and that is going to be enough to take down Kenikth. Rengar has popped his ultimate to try to catch up to this Diana, but he is not very fast. There is the flash down, but oh, he does get the slow onto Diana, but Diana is very strong, has that blue buff, so going to have enough mana, but Rengar's not going to end up chasing this. And look at that damage. Oh, Rengar wasn't ready. Oh, if Rengar had seen that coming and known that it was going to hit, but Diana was sitting in that brush. So I guess he didn't really know that it was going to hit her. If he knew that it was going to hit her, I think he might have attacked that a little bit differently. But I don't really know how this it looks like he is just going to build AD because he already has 98 attack damage. It doesn't really look like he's going to be that AP Rengar. Ezreal sitting up top with a Philo Stone and a Ruby Crystal. Is he going like AD Bruiser Ezreal? Like, I would love this. This would just be such a different game. Oh, Janna getting very low, ends up getting the kick. Does it look like it was just a good grab with a great follow-up by Lee Sin. Ends up getting that Q onto Corki. Look at the damage, and I think his Valkyrie's already done the Ignite ticking on him, and he does get the kill. Wow, well played. So I guess kind of looking at this, like it is a big advantage to have a ranged AD carry because the amount of poke and harass that you can have on a melee champion is great. But the thing is, Lee Sin just has that ability to jump right to you. You can't really escape that. If he lands that Q, he's going to be right up in your face, and if you're going to fight Lee Sin in melee range, he will beat you. Corki's not fed enough yet, but look at Lee Sin, 4-2-0 to Corki's 1-2-2, so big difference here. Even looking at the farm, Lee Sin at 66, going to be 67, to Corki's 46, but Lee Sin's in a precarious situation here. Here comes Diana, gets that Q onto her, and oh, he nearly made it out on that ward, but not quite enough for Lee Sin to escape that one. Lee Sin does go back, buys those ninja tab. He already has his phage, so he's quite strong. It's kind of interesting that he's still building a bit tanky bruiser, and I don't really know what Ezreal is building. With a Philo Stone first, and I would only assume that from the Ruby Crystal he's going to build into a Heart of Gold, unless he builds a standard Ezreal and builds that into a Phage and then into a Triforce. But Rengar did pop his ultimate. Jayce taking a lot of damage. You know, I'm just going to rewind this fight just to know exactly what happened here. Rengar taking a few hits by the turret. Jayce is coming down here just to take out. He's going to get caught taking out these wraiths, and he gets queued on by Diana, so she gains vision of him. And now Kenikth is just sitting there saying, oh shit. Rengar tries to help him out, but look at that Diana. Just the amount of damage that she's doing, and that shield popping. So, nice little double kill for the purple team here, taking down both Kenikth on Jayce and that Rengar. So, well, it's looking like that actually is. I was trying to figure out for the longest time what AL was, and it just occurred to me that I just said it. I think that's Absolute Legends, if they still go by the same gamer tag. So we do see that Corki was taken down here. Just want to see, it was probably just a great grab. So Blitzcrank ran in, got shielded by Lee Sin, knocked up, silenced, so he couldn't use his Valkyrie. And just that kick. So I wonder if they're going to be able to pick up Janny here. There's the Q and the knockup. Lee Sin is tanky. Oh, he's not going to try to dive that one. I guess they're kind of worried about that Diana. They don't really know where she is. Even though she is back in base, they have no vision. They have no idea where she is. So it makes sense now if Rengar is from Absolute Legends. I guess Kenikth, when he used to play with Absolute Legends, maybe he knows this sneaky Castro guy, and maybe they're duo queuing here. That would make sense, but oh geez, I'm missing all the action. I am completely on the wrong page here. So it looks like Lee Sin's probably going to land a nice Q in here and decide to go in. Yep, there's the Q. Does end up taking her out. But he gets exhausted, so he has to flash for that kill. So luckily he did end up getting that, but he does get taken out by that turret and gives another kill to Diana. So this is getting a little bit risky. Lee Sin, who was just as fed as Diana, has now died 4 times. And he's really starting to miss out on this farm. He's losing experience. It's not really paying off for him to do all these moves. He's playing a little bit risky. And he is getting kills, sure, but Diana, as you see, has not died. 6-0-2. So fed and not giving up that killing spree bonus. And look at how much damage she's doing to Jayce, and Jayce is not really taking all that much damage, and there's another kill. This Diana is just so strong, like Jayce didn't even take her down to half health. So this Diana is going to be terrifying in the late game. Sandman07. Going to be a very scary Diana. 7-0-2 with 68 minion kills. She does have a blue buff right now. I wonder if she's going to give that up to Gangplank, but technically it's almost out, so she could kind of afford to refresh her own blue buff. Just looking up here with, I haven't really looked at the farm that much. Top lane has just been incredibly boring. Not much has happened, so both of them 0-0-0. Oh, sorry, there is action down here. Ezreal's ult is coming across, as you can see. Wonder if this is going to hit anybody. No, it does end up missing, so that's not going to help. But they did manage to pull Corki over, but look at this damage. And Lee Sin gets caught, and now Lee Sin's in the middle of nowhere, and he gets caught out by this Gangplank. So purple team really doing work on this enemy blue team. There's just really not a lot. Like, the blue team's bottom lane was doing great, but I have to say that their jungler Diana has had so much more presence in mid lane and bottom lane than Rengar has. Rengar has not had any successful ganks really. He's only died twice, and he's got no assists, no kills. So it's really been working out for Diana a lot more than has this Rengar. And here comes Diana again, coming after Kenikth. And we all remember what happened the last time Diana came into lane against Jayce. Jayce died. And look at that, he's barely doing damage to her, and Diana's just ripping him apart. There's the flash, and she flashed the wrong way. So, great move by our Jayce player, our feature film of the night, for making it out of that one. Unfortunate for Diana, who just ended up flashing the wrong way. Would have gotten that kill if she had flashed over. So, just looking at this top lane, I think now that we have a little bit of downtime, which I think we do, Blitzcrank is down here 1v2 against Janna and Corki, which is not a very good position you want to be in, but does get that grab on Janna. Look at the damage going out on her. Yeah, that shield was a little bit late there, Janna, but not much you could do. You can't really cast when you're in midair from Blitz's hook. But, Kenikth coming back with not very much health. And now these guys are feeling very ballsy, but not going to pull in. So I think now that I have a little bit of downtime, just going to look at the farm here. Action will probably happen bottom if anywhere, so I'm going to kind of keep myself down here. Action's already happening. Can you guys let me talk about the CS for a minute, or are you guys just going to continuously do action? Corki getting very low, but look at that Blitzcrank ends up going down. Janna picks up the kill, which is not what Corki wants, but they'll take it. Rengar pops that ultimate, and are they going to... Two jumping champions does get that Q. Is going to take out this Janna, I think. Yep, there's the Janna kill, but Lee Sin is slow. Look at how much damage he's taking. And now, this is not what you want to see. A wild Diana appears. Boom. So there we go, 1 Q. I think Lee Sin was just hoping that she wasn't going to come into the bush. But now Rengar's going to die, and there's a double kill. And while we were waiting for that, I have no idea where Jayce died. So I'm just going to rewind that and try to see, because I am trying to follow Kenikth. Where the freaking hell is he? I can't even see him on my minimap. Am I just being completely blind here? Oh, he's already dead. I'm an idiot. Just a complete idiot. Just looking around for a dead champion. Way to go there, Twigger. You are right on the ball. Always good to know. So I'm guessing, dear God, was it Diana who picks this up? It is. It's going to be Diana. So Diana picks that up, and then comes in here and gets a double kill. Damn it, that should not have happened. Lee Sin just trying to back like the fool that he is. Pod shot. And then we all know what happens ends up picking up that Rengar. So now that I know I have a little bit of downtime because so many damn people are dead, I can finally start talking about this CS a little bit. So looking at the mid lanes, Jayce at 118 versus Gangplank's 104, so quite even in the mid. It does look like Vladimir is really pushing up. God, I never get 2 seconds to talk about the damn CS. So I'll keep the camera up here just to see, because this is where action would happen if it's going to happen. Lee Sin, the AD carry, sitting at 85 versus Corki's 85, so a dead even in the bot lane versus the two ADs. Rengar, the jungler, at 88 versus Diana's 92, so insane to think that Diana is not only ahead in farm, but also up 11 kills, well, 10 kills. And it looks like she's coming in for more. She just can't get enough of Kenikth. And there you go, 12 kills for this Diana now. Just absolutely monstrous. Vladimir's going to stay back here. So now just looking at Ezreal 113 to Vladimir's 151. So Vladimir is kind of having his way with this Ezreal. As we can see, the top turret was already destroyed. And here comes Vladimir. Just going to harass a little bit. And as we can see, Ezreal has not even touched this turret. It's taken like 3 minion hits and that's it. God, I'm tired of this Diana. She's just making shit happen everywhere. I was watching her. The blue team has no wards in this jungle. And Diane is just using that completely to her advantage, taking the long way around and just abusing this blue team. And he manages to pull in Corki, but Corki just flashes out, takes that last turret hit, so Diana's not taking the turret for the entire time. Even Janet coming in and tanking that Q to make sure that Lee Sin can't just jump on her and do any damage to her. So really nice teamwork there. Whether it was intentional or just completely by fluke, it ended up working out great for the purple team. So this Diana, just looking at her items, look at the comparison in the junglers. Boots of Speed, level 1 boots, Philosopher's Stone on a Rengar, I don't think I fully understand. And oh dear God, Janna. Why would you try to do that against the Lee Sin? I don't know if Lee Sin's going to have an... Oh, he does land that Q. Great flash Q to pick that up. I don't know why as a Janna you would decide to just be right there in front of Lee Sin. Here goes Jayce trying to pick up Gangplank, but that chase did not end up working out. Flash blown by Rengar, but here comes Diana to clean up this entire kill. Dear God, this Diana is just a monster. Is Ezreal gonna... No, I didn't even pick him up. Didn't even hit him in the fountain. I thought that might have been one of those really funny kills where you just barely miss and then you pick him up when he gets the turret. I've seen a couple of those. Those are always a laugh. So just looking at the jungle, I don't know why you would have a Philosopher's Stone on Rengar. Like the health regen, sure, and the gold per 10, sure, but you don't need the mana regen. So it's kind of, I would have expected him to go something like a Cog's a lucky pick, because at least Rengar can benefit from the AP. And I think we're all used to this. A great kick over by Lee Sin to save himself from that Diana. I was going to say this has been the story of the entire game. We know what happens when Diana ends up coming towards a blue team member. So Blitzcrank just being way up here. I don't even know why he was up there when he saw Lee Sin battling Diana here. Should have immediately tried to make his way back. There's the Deathfire Grasp onto Kenikth. And look at this damage just coming out of Diana. There it is. Bam. And can even take those turret hits. And Rengar ending up dying to this Gangplank. Is Lee Sin going to have enough? He does end up killing Gangplank. And he got a shutdown bonus, I believe. So that's good for Lee Sin. But just seeing the difference here, and I think Vladimir is going to dive onto this Ezreal, and that's enough. He didn't even need the ultimate to proc. This Vladimir just walking away like a boss, like, bitch, I didn't even need my ultimate. Well, I guess he did, because he gets the added damage percentage, but he didn't need the ultimate to go off and do damage itself. And Vladimir's sitting at 190 farm to 137 on Ezreal, so really big discrepancy there. And as we can see, I was kind of part right with this Ezreal build. He did turn the Ruby Crystal into a Heart of Gold, but then he did start building this Phage into a Sheen. He's going to be building a Trinity Force on that. So it is kind of a standard Ezreal build, I guess, only with 2 GP10s, because he's top lane and he was losing so horribly. Diana taking out this dragon. So look at this gold difference. Over 10k gold difference for this purple team. 3 turrets to blue team's 1. They're coming in on this Blitzcrank. Look at the damage going down from this Corki. But Blitzcrank does end up flashing. Oh, I thought that he might have actually had enough, but not quite. And now Corki's just going to get healed up by that Janna ultimate, and there's just not enough. Oh, there is enough damage. Holy crap, this Lee Sin. Can he shield himself? Can he shield himself to keep off this Janna? No. No, he cannot. That's the quick answer. And while I was doing that, of course, there was action in the jungle where Rengar died. Right here. Funny, I remember seeing his body just a little bit further up, not 2 minutes ago. So, just kind of demonstrating. I haven't really seen a lot of high ELO Rengar play yet. This guy's in absolute legend. I'm assuming he's a great player. He is in this high ELO bracket, so I'm certainly not judging him as a player. But I don't think Rengar is his specialty right now. He is 1-6-1. He has not had many successful ganks at all. But here's Ezreal trying to make his move on this Vladimir. And he is going to have enough, but here comes Gangplank. And look at that damage! Oh, it was the Vladimir ultimate. But Kenikth ends up taking down that Gangplank, so overall not a horrible trade. It was good to finally take out that Vladimir. That was his first death. As you can see, he's sitting up there at 214 farm. Like, that guy needed to die. He's just been up here farming top non-stop. He hasn't even seen the rest of his team. So, probably about time that he died. Corki down here by himself does manage to Valkyrie over. Oh man, that Blitzcrank grab was close. So, good Valkyrie by that Corki. As a lot of you are probably aware, while I'm just watching this Diana come up here, who can probably 2v1. Look at the damage, and even taking some turret hits as well. But there's Rengar putting on that ultimate. And now they are going to try to 2v1 this Diana, and I don't think they're going to have enough. Oh, you know what? Oh, dear God. Oh, and that Ezreal ultimate, if only that hit. But here's Corki just to clean it up. So, luckily that Rengar did end up getting away. He really didn't need another death on his repertoire. But, you can just see the damage and the tankiness coming out of this Diana. Like, she has her Deathfire Grasp and her Rabadon's Death Cap, which is just guaranteeing huge amounts of burst damage. But she also has that Rylai's, which makes her incredibly tanky. And I'm going to stop talking because this Ezreal is probably going to die. Great flash by him. But, sorry, it wasn't a flash. It was his, what was it? Arcane Shift. But it's, I don't know how that missed. But yeah, there you go. I don't know how that last one missed, but okay, at least they had enough to pick it up, and it was Corki who picked up that kill onto that Ezreal. So this lead is just growing and growing and growing. I don't really know what blue team can do to come back from this. Lee Sin is the fed one on their team, sitting at 11 kills. But no, I don't even have to talk anymore. There was a surrender vote. It was the big difference there that, you know, Lee Sin was as powerful as Diana. He was just as fed, but he started playing very risky, and he started tower diving a lot to get more kills, which put himself in quite bad situations. And Diana was there to just completely take advantage of it, getting so many kills. She ended up 16-0-6. So just an insane score. Unkillable, just running around the map doing whatever the hell she wants. Like, can you, 24 minutes, and you have your Deathfire Grasp, your Rabadons, your Boots, and your Rylai's. You don't want to keep playing after that point. That's just way too hard to come back from. Kenikth, great player, great mid lane champion, but certainly did not work out with Jayce today. 3-9-0, only 142. Gangplank even managed to tie him in CS. But overall, pretty good game. I did thoroughly enjoy it. If any of you guys ever want to play Diana in the future, hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about how to play a jungle Diana like a boss. And if any of you guys want to play Rengar jungle later, hopefully you learn that maybe that's not such a smart idea, because he just didn't get any successful ganks off here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the game, and I will see you guys in the next high ELO commentary. This has been Twigger, and I'll see you next time.